Actually, how about you get in my van? And there ain't no candy in mine. You give your last haw, cowboy. Yeah. This is for Steve Irwin. In that last scenario, I was defending myself against a stingray. All right. Listen, if you're not going to train realistic situations, then why even train? That's what I always say. Welcome back to Sosa Shooting. My name is Jordan. What are we talking about today? We are talking about comparing a $30 Amazon holster to a $100 LAS concealment holster. Let's get into it. Pros and cons. What I like and dislike. Would I recommend buying a $30 Amazon holster? I don't know. Maybe. But first, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to hit that subscribe button. Why would you do it? Because it's something in it for you, pal. You can walk away with a brand new car. Cargo colored gun case. Listen, this thing's pretty sick. It holds 4 pistols and a bunch of mags. And I'm going to be honest with you. You're not going to get this one. I'm going to let you pick your own color, your own pistol case. It comes 1 to 5 pistol cases. You can pick whatever you want, and you can make it however you like. So it's actually even better. But yeah, once I get to 500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving one of these away to one of you guys, and that's pretty sick. And another reason is just because it'd be pretty neat. I'd really appreciate it. And at the end of the day, it's really all that matters, right? Just kidding, you want to win a new case, so hit that subscribe button. Let's get into the video. All right, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to talk about let's do the pros. The pros of this $30 Amazon holster versus the $100 LAS holster. First pro, obviously, the price. 30% the price. Now, is this $100? Not really. It's $85. After tax and shipping, it's like $92. I rounded up, sue me. But the price, this is 30 bucks. A lot easier to drop 30 bucks than it is $100 bill. I get that. And so, yeah, that's a pro. Second thing is I actually don't hate the material. Obviously, it's Kydex, but it's like this rubbery Kydex. And it's a solid material. It's like I said, it's like a rubber feel on the outside. It feels really, really solid and really durable, the material anyways. And yeah, I actually really like the material and how it's made. Another pro I like about it, the third pro I would say is it's actually halfway comfortable once it's on and when the gun is in place. Once everything's good to go and when I have the gun inside the holster and it's on, it's actually relatively comfortable compared to a $100 holster. Not much of a difference. It does also come with a optional claw that I haven't put on, but this one has the claw. $100 holster has the claw. This one has an option for it. Relatively comfortable for a $30 holster. A lot more comfortable than I was expecting, but as you can see, there's not a whole lot difference in sizes. What I also here I'll tell you the last pro. This is the oh no, I dropped it. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of difference in the size. Besides, this one has a lot taller back plate. Don't love that, but it didn't affect me much while carrying it. But yeah, I mean, not a big difference. Another pro, I would say the last pro. For this holster for $30, it's a Glock 19, fits 19, 19X, whole bunch of others. But it is light and red dot compatible, and the light is really any light. It didn't specify which light. I have an Enforce on mine, but I think it is designed to fit kind of any light. And that might get us into our first con. Let's get into the cons. The retention. Not great. Now, It is for a Glock 19. This is not a Glock 19. This is a Shadow Systems XR920. But this is also for a Glock 19 for the LAS. And it is, the retention is solid. It fits perfectly, but it fits exactly my APLC light for the Glock 19. Now, this one is the Glock 19, and I have tightened it. I have tightened the retention screws as tight as they can go, and it slides right out. Now, is that the biggest con? No, because I'm probably not going to be doing backflips while wearing this thing. But if you're going to the restroom and maybe you pull your pants down and it slips, I could see this slipping. And like I said, it's just not in there solid. It easily goes in and out. And I don't love that. Maybe if this was exactly a Glock 19, the retention would be better. Maybe. Like I said, the other one is made for a Glock 19, and I think they all use the same molds relatively. But yeah, the retention on this is just not up to par for me. Now, the other con I have is the belt clip. As you can see, it's just this, it's a thin metal belt clip. Once it's clipped on, it's fine, but with how thin it is, I could just see it wearing out really quickly and maybe getting loose, just with how thin it is and how easy it is to move it, versus the LAS is a thicker material, just feels a little bit more solid like belt clip. So that's going to be my second con. Another one is the weight. This is definitely, it's a thicker material, it's a heavier material, and it does weigh more than this. Not by a ton, but I could see if you're wearing it all day, every day, a little bit heavier holster could, you could start to feel that versus a lot lighter holster. Another con for me is it pinches me a lot when I'm holstering my weapon. The intro took me a few times because I would go to holster it and I would pinch the living shit out of myself when I was putting the gun back in. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that rubber and maybe it's catching on my skin easier somehow. I don't know, but when I was putting the weapon back into the holster, I was pinching my skin and it did not feel good. Where that one, I've never had a problem in and out. Same with my APX, my Tier 1 concealed APX. I have not had a problem with it pinching as much. Every now and then, occasionally, sure, I'm not paying attention, but it was I had to really focus, push my stomach all the way in, insert it, instead of just like this one, I can just in and out go. So this one would pinch me a lot more. Other than that, I mean, as far as durability goes, the holster itself, it's a Kydex heavy duty, heavy material rubber holster. I think their durability itself is not bad. I can't, say on the screws, I don't know if the screws would last forever, and the belt clip, but that's stuff that you can replace. The holster itself, I feel like the durability is there. It is comfortable when you actually do put it on and get it on. It's actually semi-comfortable to sit down and walk around with. The only thing keeping me from recommending it and being like, yeah, absolutely, is the retention. And that's because I don't have exactly a Glock 19. But if I had exactly a Glock 19, if it retained better, I think I would definitely recommend it to someone who can't drop $100 on the holster. If it's you either not carrying versus spending $30 on Amazon holster and carrying, protecting yourself, I would absolutely recommend this. I would just make sure the retention is better for your pistol. Like I said, it's not terrible. You're not going to be doing backflips and everything up and down, but you also don't want to be in a situation where you're not paying attention, or and it just somehow it slips out, your gun falls down on the bathroom floor or whatever. You don't want to be and yeah, then it gets caught sometimes. You just don't want to be in that situation. So for that, it makes it really hard for me to, I really wanted to recommend it because everything else about it, especially once I was like actually started wearing it and sitting around the house with it and walking around with it, since it was relatively comfortable, I really wanted to recommend it. It's just, because it's Amazon and you can return it, no questions asked, easy peasy. Give it a shot. If it retains your retention better for your pistol, great. That's the only thing that I would really check for. Other than that, it does what a holster is supposed to do, and it's, like you said, relatively comfortable. So if it's between you not carrying and not being able to protect yourself versus, and not being able to spend $100 on a holster versus getting this $30 holster, I would say go ahead and get the $30 holster, because maybe you don't have the $600-700 to spend on a Glock, but you have $350 to spend on the PSA dagger, but you don't want to spend $100 on a holster. You can spend $30. You can get this holster and the PSA dagger for, what is that? Less than $400. I would say, okay, a little over $400 with tax, but you can get a PSA dagger with I think the SIG Romeo Light is like $60 on PSA, and this holster for under $500, cheaper than you can just get a Glock 19. If that's what it is to carry and protect yourself, I would say absolutely do it. You do not need to buy a $1,000 gun, a $200 holster, $200 flashlight, and a $350 optic to protect yourself. You absolutely do not. You can protect yourself with cheaper options. I would just make sure the retention it fits your gun better. And honestly, that's the thing, is it could retain better if there's a little bit of a gap here at the bottom. If I pinch that in just a little bit, it retains so much easier. But as soon as I unpinch it, it just slides right out. So there's this little gap at the bottom here that if it was just pinched in just a little bit, it would retain way better. So maybe that's just a flaw for this specific holster. Maybe others will retain better. But I would say give it a shot for $30. Give it a shot. If it retains your holster, great. If not, send it back for free. It's Amazon. Who cares, right? But that is my comparison of a $30 holster versus a $100 holster. Let me know if you guys tried out any cheaper, more affordable holsters from Amazon, or I know Walmart and other places sell some cheaper holsters. Let me know if you tried out any of those holsters. Have they worked well? What are they? I would love to hear about them and maybe give them a shot and review them. Always trying to just give you guys my honest opinions. I never say that I'm correct and I know everything, but trying to give you guys my honest opinions and just give you a little bit more knowledge. As always, if you would like to comment, I'm always eager to learn from other 2A members and the 2A community. I learned so much from you guys just from reading your comments on my video. So please let me know your thoughts on this topic, on a little bit more affordable holsters versus super expensive holsters. What do you think? Like, subscribe, that would be awesome. I think that's all I got, guys. I will catch you on the next one. See ya.